Hey there, AP World History students. My name is Luis Silva, and today we're looking at AP World History, the rise of Greek city-states. Very important topic in AP World History. Before we go on, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, and also to share this video so that we can help out more students get ready to take their AP World History exam. What will we learn today? Today we're going to compare the origins and structure of the Greek polis, the Roman Republic, and also the Roman Empire. Very important topics in AP World History. Here we have a map of Europe, and in this case, to the left-hand side, we see Rome, and we also see Greece, two of the places we're going to be actually examining. After the River Valley era, a number of classical civilizations developed in the Mediterranean and in Asia. Classical cultures created high levels of achievements in the arts, the sciences, and technology that had a massive impact on future generations. The first major classical civilization was ancient Greece. And we're going to be looking at the impact of geography on Greece and how that shaped Greek culture. As you can see, Greek is basically a country with so many mountains, and this obviously was not good because culture was not able to move, let's say, easily from one place to another place. Remember that in AP World History, cultural diffusion is very important. And this not only got in the way of having a unified culture, but got in the way of having a unified country. Greece's lack of natural resources and location on the Mediterranean Sea encouraged Greek trade with neighboring societies. And we have a network of trading routes. And this is actually from about 2000 all the way to 1200 BC. We see that exports for Greece were pottery, wine, and also olive oil. We also see the imports, which were metals, precious stones, and also grains. Sea trade connected the Greeks with other cultures throughout the Mediterranean world. Very important. As you can see, they traded basically with all of their neighbors. In this case, like the Middle East, Africa, parts of Europe. So it was really important for Greek to have a strong trading network in order to ensure also their survival. Mountains covered about 75% of Greece, which divided the people and made unifying the Greek people nearly impossible. We talked about this before, how the mountains got in the way of having a unified culture, and that this also got in the way of having a unified country, at least at this point in history. The Greeks developed independent city-states called polis within each valley and its surrounding mountains. This is a map of Greece around 750 BC. Despite their lack of unity, the Greeks share some common characteristics. Those included a common language, and also Greek writing was influenced by the Phoenician alphabet, and later on became the basis for the Latin alphabet. As you can see to the right hand side, you have the Greek alphabet, and then you have the English alphabet, very similar. The Greeks were polytheistic, and they believed that gods were important but had human qualities. Religion became the basis for Greek mythology. To the right hand side, you see some of the gods that they had, like Zeus, which was the king of the gods, Athena, goddess of wisdom, Aphrodite, goddess of love, Apollo, god of sun and music, Ares, god of war, Hades, god of the underworld, Hera, goddess of family, and Poseidon, god of the seas. These are some of the gods that are part of Greek mythology today. So it's very important for you to understand that the Greek had a big impact on world history. Most Greek city-states had an agora that was the center for trade and government. Here we have a village. You see the Acropolis to the left-hand side. You see the agora right at the center of this city or village. City-states had an acropolis, a temple, and a hill dedicated to a sacred god. This was very common in Greek culture. Now, differences among Greek city-states. Despite similar language and religion, the Greek polis were very different from each other, especially how they were governed. Some polis had a monarchy, a government ruled by a king. In this case, a monarchy, obviously, is a state ruled by a king. Rule is hereditary. Some rulers claim divine right, and this was practiced in Mycenae by about 2000 BC. Other polis had an aristocracy, a government ruled by elite nobles. And let's define aristocracy. It's a state ruled by nobility. Rule is hereditary and based on family ties, social ranks, as well as wealth. Social status and wealth support rulers' authority. And actually, this was practiced in Athens prior to them practicing democracy. And it was also practiced in Corinth. Other polis, like Sparta, had an oligarchy, a government ruled by a small group of citizens. Let's define it. It is a state ruled by a small group of citizens. Rule is based on wealth or ability. Ruling group controls military, and this was practiced in Sparta by about 500 BC. And other polis, like Athens, had a direct democracy, a government ruled by a citizen or by citizens who vote on many decisions. In this case, let's define direct democracy, which is a state ruled by its citizens. Rule is based on citizenship. Majority rule decides vote, and practiced in Athens by about 500 BC. Why is this important? Well, it is important because the concept of democracy is actually the foundations of many nations today. For example, the United States, we call ourselves a democracy, and we took this concept from the Greeks. So the Greeks have a big role in many of the ideas in our world today. The Greek city-states, Athens and Sparta, represented the differences among polis. Athenian society focused on wealth, culture, and public speaking. Athens had a direct democracy in which both rich and poor citizens could actually vote and also hold public office. Athenian society focused on wealth, culture, and public speaking. Architecture was a big component here. In this case, what you have in front of you is a building, one building that's still standing today. And you see it's a massive building. Architects built the Parthenon to honor the goddess of Athena. We talked about how important religion was for Greek culture during this particular time period. Athenian society was very devoted to the arts. As you can see here to the left-hand side, you see this realistic sculpture that's still standing today. This is a symbol of how the Greeks value the arts. To the right-hand side, you see a theater that had both comedies and also tragedy. So Greek culture has influenced our world today in every aspect, starting from democracy, from the arts, comedies, tragedies. Very important legacy to the entire world. Philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle questioned many assumptions of the use of logic to find answers to questions. And the Athenian society basically focused on wealth, culture, and public speaking. And we have these three individuals who have impacted our world today. You're more than welcome to pause this video so that you can read a little bit about Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Three individuals that represent Greek culture around this time period. The Greek city-states, Athens and Sparta, represented the differences among all of Greece, basically. In this case, Spartan society focused on military strength, not freedom and learning. Spartan men served in the military until 60 years old. Boys began military training at age 7. Women run family states while men train or fought. Very different than Athens, who had a direct democracy. The Spartans show their strength during the Persian Wars. As you can see here, they were very well trained, they were very well equipped, and were able to defeat many enemies. Now, Athens and Sparta competed for influence in Greece and developed a strong rivalry that eventually led to the Peloponnesian War. And the Peloponnesian War was from 431 to 404 BC. You see here how this map shows us the victories by the Athenians as well as the victory by the Spartans. So very important. Sparta was able to defeat Athens, but the war actually weakened the entire Greek civilization, the entire Greek area. As you continue to study and get ready for your AP exam, please make sure that you are familiar with the following vocabulary. Very important terms, concepts, ideas that will help you be successful when you take your AP World History exam. Now we have come to the end of this presentation. Please do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to like this video, and do not forget to share this video so that we can help out other students get ready for their AP exam. And I will see you in the next presentation.